Tonight, on Whispers of the Universe, we are taking a gentle journey to the very edge of reality. We begin with a simple, wondrous fact. Our universe is in motion. The entire fabric of space is in the middle of a great, silent unfolding. But this one simple fact leads to the biggest and perhaps the quietest question of all. What is our universe expanding into? Is there an outside to everything? A vast, empty room that our reality is slowly filling? Or is the universe a home with no walls, a journey with no beyond? This is not a lecture. It is a soft meditation on the boundaries of our cosmos and the deep, quiet peace of realizing we may have no boundaries at all. A story to hold gently in your mind as you prepare to drift off. As we begin this journey, I'd love to know where in the world you are listening from tonight, and what time is it there? It's always a quiet joy to read your comments and to feel this small, sleepy community stretching all the way across the globe. So, settle in. Let your thoughts soften. If this calm exploration of the cosmos helps you relax or sparks a little gentle wonder, feel free to like the video and subscribe for more quiet stories from the universe, designed to help you rest. Let us begin this journey, not by traveling, but by arriving in this very moment, in this quiet room. Just listen for a moment to the stillness. You might hear the faint, distant hum of the world outside, the sound of the house settling, or perhaps only the sound of your own quiet, gentle breath. Whatever you hear, just let it be. Let those sounds become a part of the quiet, not an interruption, but a texture, like a soft thread in a wide, dark blanket. Let them simply pass by, like clouds drifting far overhead. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to solve. You are here in a safe, peaceful space. Bring your awareness gently to the feeling of the bed or the chair that is holding you. Feel the points of contact, the simple, solid reality of the weight of your body, resting. Feel the soft texture of the blankets, the gentle, comforting support of the pillow beneath your head. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Is it cool? Is it warm? It doesn't matter. It is simply here. Feel the stillness settle into your hands and your arms, a feeling of warmth, of heaviness. You are here, you are safe, and there is nothing else you need to do, nothing you need to fix. Your only task is to be still, to rest. The day is done. All of its thoughts, its worries, its conversations, its lists, they belong to the past. You can let them go now. Imagine each thought is a single dry leaf floating gently down a slow, quiet stream. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to hold on to it. You can just watch it drift away, and then another, and another. All of them just floating away into the distance until they are gone. Feel the muscles in your shoulders, letting go. Feel the tension in your jaw, just softening. Feel the small muscles around your eyes, releasing. A feeling of heaviness, a comfortable, warm heaviness begins to settle over you, like a soft, weighted blanket. This is the feeling of rest. This is the feeling of release. This quiet room is your anchor, your sanctuary, a safe harbor far from the busyness of the world. In this space, there are no expectations. No one needs anything from you. It is just you and the quiet and the soft darkness. This stillness is so important because it is from this place, this point of perfect, grounded peace, that our journey can truly begin. We are going to explore something vast, but we will do it from this place of absolute comfort, of absolute safety. And so we begin. We begin in this small, contained, quiet space, a space with walls, a ceiling, a floor, a space that feels solid and known and still. It feels like the very opposite of expansion. It feels like a point of perfect, unchanging rest. For the next few moments, just allow yourself to sink into this stillness, to feel truly and completely grounded. This is our anchor. This is our home base. And from here, from this stillness, we will prepare to look outward. Now, from that place of quiet, let your awareness settle on the one gentle motion that is always with you, the simple, ancient rhythm of your breath. You do not need to change it or control it. Just notice it, a soft, steady current moving in and out, all on its own. This too is a kind of stillness, a stillness in motion. Let your focus follow the next breath as it enters, a cool, quiet wave of air, drawing into your lungs. Feel that subtle, gentle expansion, a feeling of lightness, of more. This is the first expansion of our journey. It is not sudden. It is not loud. It is a slow, life-giving pulse, a quiet unfolding that happens over and over. And then the natural pause, followed by the release, a warm, slow wave. As the air leaves, a feeling of letting go, a gentle return. This too is part of the expansion. It is the other half of the rhythm, the giving and the taking, the opening and the closing. It is a perfect, balanced cycle.
This simple act, this breath, is the universe in miniature. It is a tiny echo of a much larger rhythm, a rhythm that is woven into everything. We think of expansion as a cosmic idea, something vast and distant, perhaps even violent. But here, in your own body, you can feel what it truly is. It is not an explosion. It is a pulse. It is the soft, steady pulse of life itself. A gentle yes to more space. A quiet yes to more being. With every breath, your body affirms this pattern. It creates space, and then it releases. It is a rhythm of profound, simple peace. It is the rhythm of safety. It is the rhythm of being alive. Let your awareness just rest on this feeling, the soft, physical fact of this gentle expansion. How it happens without any effort. How it is a part of you, just as you are a part of the quiet room. How it connects your inner stillness to an outer motion. A motion that is just as steady, just as calm, just as peaceful. There is no force here, no rush, just a quiet, steady opening and a quiet, steady closing. This is our foundation. The expansion of the cosmos is not a scary, abstract idea. It is this simple, easy rhythm, the feeling of this breath, and the next, and the next. A soft, life-giving pulse that holds you. Now, let us share another larger pulse, one that is happening right now, even in this perfect stillness. You rest in your quiet room, feeling perfectly, completely still. The air around you is calm. The world outside has softened to a distant murmur. This feeling of absolute rest, of being motionless and anchored, is a profound comfort. It is a feeling of safety, of being grounded. But now, let us share a gentle truth, a quiet secret hidden just beneath this layer of stillness. This feeling of being motionless is a beautiful illusion, a shared agreement, because right now, as you lie here, you are on a journey. You are a passenger on a vast, silent ship, a cosmic island of blue and green gliding through the dark. This ship, our world, is not anchored in a quiet harbor. It is sailing on the deep, unseen currents of the cosmos. We are drifting, moving at a speed so immense that our minds cannot truly hold the number. It is a velocity faster than any jet, faster than any bullet, a silent, relentless rush through the dark. And yet, you feel nothing. There is no vibration, no sense of speed, no wind against your skin. The quiet in your room is undisturbed. The air around you is perfectly still. How can this be? It is because everything you know is moving with you. The room you are in, the bed that holds you, the very floor beneath you, even the air you are breathing. Every single particle is a fellow passenger on this great, unseen voyage. You are all moving together, as one, in perfect, shared motion. It is like being on a vast, smooth ship in the middle of a perfectly calm ocean, with no waves and no land in sight. How would you know you were moving at all? The motion is so enormous, so steady, and so all-encompassing that it becomes the new stillness. It is a stillness in motion, a deep cosmic peace. There is no resistance, no effort. You are simply being carried, held in the gentle, powerful arms of the universe's flow. You do not need to do anything. You are already on your way. You are a traveler in a quiet room, a drifter lying perfectly still. This ship we are on, this silent vessel called Earth, is sailing through a vast, dark ocean. An ocean we are so familiar with that we often forget it is an ocean at all. We look up during the day and we see its familiar, comforting surface. We see a boundary, a beautiful blue ceiling that we call the sky. Think back to a memory, a simple, clear memory. Perhaps you are a child lying in a field of soft green grass. The sun is warm on your skin, and you are looking straight up. What do you see? You see a vast, perfect, unbroken ceiling of blue, a beautiful, luminous color that stretches from one end of your vision to the other. It feels like a great, painted dome, a canopy placed over the world. It feels safe. It feels like a home. This is a shared human feeling. For all of time, we have looked up at this blue ceiling and felt a sense of comfort. It is our boundary. It is the roof of our world. It holds in the air we breathe. It is the wall that separates our small, green, living world from whatever lies beyond. At night, the feeling changes, but the shape remains. The ceiling is still there, but it has turned a deep, dark, velvet black. And now this dark ceiling is filled with lights. Tiny, sharp pinpricks of light and the soft, glowing stain of the Milky Way. It is a different roof, but it is still a roof nonetheless. It is still a container. It still feels like the boundary of our home. This is where our question is born. It is born from this very human, very intuitive feeling of being inside something. We are in a room. We are in a house. We are in a valley. We are under the sky. And because we are always inside, our minds naturally wonder, what is outside? We look at that blue dome and we ask, what is on the other side of the blue? We look at that dark canopy of stars and wonder, what is past the farthest star? This question is the root of our journey tonight. It is the most natural question in the universe. If our world has a boundary, what lies beyond it? If our home is a container, what does that container sit in?
This feeling of a boundary is a comfort. It makes the world feel knowable. It makes it feel safe. But our journey, this gentle, floating journey, is about to take us past that first, most familiar wall. We are going to rise up effortlessly and see what happens to that beautiful blue ceiling when we get just a little bit closer. Let us continue that gentle journey. From our still, quiet room, we will imagine ourselves floating. An easy, effortless feeling, like a single mote of dust or a small white feather beginning to rise. You are not fighting gravity. You are simply unburdened. You drift up, slowly, past the ceiling of your room, past the roof of your house, rising up into the open air. The world below becomes a map. The streets, the neighborhoods, the houses, all look like a quiet, sleeping model of themselves. We continue to rise effortlessly. We float up into the region of the clouds. We pass through them. They are not solid, but just cool, gentle mist. A moment of white, swirling fog, and then we are above them. Looking down,
you see a vast white floor of clouds, like soft, sunlit snow. And looking up, the blue is deeper, a darker, richer color. The sun is a brilliant white diamond. We continue our gentle ascent. The air grows thinner. The blue becomes darker still, fading from a bright sapphire to a deep, dark ocean blue. And then, as we continue to rise, the blue fades entirely. It dissolves, and it is replaced by a profound and perfect darkness, a soft, clear, velvet black. Now we pause, and we look down. There below is our entire world. It is no longer a ground, no longer a floor. It is a perfect, luminous marble, suspended in the stillness. A beautiful, swirling ball of blue and white and brown, glowing softly in the dark. And the blue ceiling, the roof of our world, it is gone. We look for it, but it is not there. It was never a ceiling at all. It was never a boundary. It was simply the color of our thin, precious layer of air, the color of our atmosphere seen from the inside. We have passed the first boundary, only to find it was never a boundary at all. It was simply the beginning of the journey. It was the edge of the shore, and now we are floating over the great open ocean. And it is not empty. It is not cold. It is quiet. A vast, calm, and endless quiet, dotted with distant, steady lights. This is the great, calm ocean of space. Out here, beyond the fragile blue line of the air, is a profound quiet. Our human minds, so used to a world full of things, look at this vast, dark expanse and call it empty. We have been taught to fear the vacuum, to see it as a cold, lifeless void. But let that thought rest. Let it drift away like a small white feather, and instead just feel. Is this emptiness really empty, or is it just quiet? This is not an absence, it is a presence. It is a stillness so deep, so complete, that it feels like a something. It is the nothing that holds everything. A soft, deep, and gentle quiet that cushions our world and all the worlds we have yet to see. This is the great, calm ocean of space. It is not cold and frightening. It is peaceful. It is a stillness that stretches in every direction forever. This ocean of quiet is the true underlying nature of the universe. It is the canvas, and everything we know is just a speck of paint upon it. And in this vast, dark ocean, we see lights. Far in the distance, we see the stars. They are not alone in the void. They are islands of light, held in this great, calm ocean of stillness. Each one is a distant, glowing shore, a bonfire of warmth and light, shining in the peaceful dark. This ocean of stillness is not a void to be feared. It is the very thing that gives all these islands a place to be. It is the silence that allows the light of the stars to be seen. It is the peace that holds our small, blue, swirling marble and keeps it safe. We are drifting here, silently. We are no longer a part of the shore we knew, but we are not lost. We are simply on a voyage, a silent drift across this vast, calm expanse. We are travelers, held in this soft, deep stillness. This quiet is ancient. It is the original quiet, the stillness that was here before the first star ever ignited, and it will be here, unchanged, long after the last star has faded. When we feel this quiet, we are feeling the very foundation of reality itself. We are feeling the deep, abiding peace of the cosmos itself. And as we float here, as our senses adjust to this immense, peaceful dark, our eyes begin to see more. We see our own island of stars, a great, swirling city of light we call the Milky Way. But as we look further, out into the deepest parts of this ocean of stillness, we begin to notice other lights, not just the pinprick islands of single stars, but faint, distant, blurry patches of light, soft, swirling smudges, like other complete islands, far, far away. Our home, this vast, swirling city of light we call the Milky Way, is just one island of light in this great, calm ocean.
As we float here, in the profound velvet stillness, our eyes adjust. We look past the nearby sharp, bright lights of our own neighborhood, and we begin to see more. Far away in the deep darkness, so far away that the light is barely a whisper, we see other islands. Faint, soft smudges like breath on a cold window. Tiny glowing clouds suspended in the endless quiet. At first, they are just hazy patches of light, but as we rest our gaze upon them, we see their forms. Some are magnificent, sweeping spirals, like cosmic pinwheels, turning in a dance that takes 1 billion years to complete. We see their bright centers, their graceful glowing arms, all made of billions of stars, so distant their light blends into one. Others are like soft glowing embers, hazy oval shapes, like a single soft, warm glow in the distance, a gentle cosmic campfire, a different kind of home. And for every one we see, there are more and more hiding just beyond our vision. The longer we look, the more appear. 1 million, 1 billion, perhaps countless. Each one a galaxy. Each one a home to billions or even trillions of other stars. Each one a complete cosmic island just like our own. And each one is separated by this same immense, peaceful ocean of stillness. The quiet between them is almost total.
The distances are so vast that light itself, the fastest thing in the universe, must travel for millions or even billions of years just to cross the gentle, quiet gap from one shore to the next. The universe is not a single island. It is an archipelago, an endless scattered collection of these luminous cities, all held in the same deep, silent ocean. And as we watch them, these distant, beautiful islands of light, we begin to sense a shared movement, a secret that the universe has been keeping for a very long time. Just like our own silent ship, they are not anchored. They are not still. They are drifting too. All of them are on a journey. But how do we know? How can we tell that these faint, distant glows are moving? And where are they all going? We cannot see the motion, but we can see the light. And the light that arrives from these farthest islands is different. It is ancient. It is tired. The light from these distant islands, these faint swirling clouds of stars, is different. It is not like the sharp white light of our nearby neighbors. This light is ancient. It is a traveler. It began its journey, its long voyage across the great, calm ocean of space long, long ago, before our world was formed, before our sun was even born. For all that time, it has traveled faithfully through the quiet. And a journey that long changes the traveler. Imagine a perfect clear note from a cello, a beautiful high note. Now imagine that note being held and stretched and pulled gently over millions of miles. The note would become lower, deeper, longer. It would become a soft, low, humming sound. The light from these distant islands is just like that. As it journeys across the vast, dark ocean, as it travels for an age, the light itself gets stretched. The waves of light, once bright and clear, are pulled long. And as light is stretched, its color changes. It becomes tired. It shifts ever so slightly, away from the bright blues and whites and toward a faint, sleepy, gentle red. When we look out at the farthest shores of the cosmos, this is what we see. We see this tired light, a light that has been stretched, its voice lowered to a deep, cosmic hum. At first, we might think this light is just old, or perhaps the islands themselves are red. But we see it again and again, from every distant island in every direction. The farther away the island, the more tired its light is, the redder it becomes. This is not a coincidence. This is a message. This tired light is telling us a secret about the ocean itself. It is telling us that the islands are not just drifting away from us. That is not why the light is stretched. The light is stretched because the journey itself is stretching. The ocean of space, the very quiet, still nothing between all the islands, is not as still as it appears. The very fabric of reality, the stillness between the stars, is gently and constantly stretching.
Imagine a vast map of the cosmos drawn on a piece of dark, soft, pliable fabric. The galaxies, our island, and all the others are like small luminous threads woven into this fabric.
Now, imagine someone taking the corners of that map and gently, slowly pulling, unfolding it. The islands of light, the woven threads, are not moving on the fabric. They are not rolling or sliding across the surface. They are simply a part of the fabric. And as the fabric unfolds, the space between every thread grows. The galaxies themselves are not traveling. They are being carried. This is why the light is so tired. This is why it is so red. A beam of light traveling from one island to another is like a small messenger trying to walk across that unfolding map. But the path itself, the fabric, is stretching underneath the messenger as they walk. The journey is becoming longer, even as they are on it. The light is forced to travel further and further. It stretches, it fades, its voice deepens into that soft, sleepy, ruby red. This is the great unfolding. It is not an explosion. It is not a sudden, violent event happening in one place. It is happening everywhere, all at once. It is a slow, steady, and silent breathing of reality itself. The entire universe, in every direction, is gently making more room for itself. A silent, constant expansion. This realization, this gentle secret, changes everything. It means that the quiet, empty space between the stars is not nothing at all. It must be a something that can stretch, a something that can grow, a something that can be described much like a soft, rising dough. We think of space as nothing, an empty box, a silent black container that holds the stars and the planets. We think of it as a void, a vast passive stage where the story of the cosmos unfolds. But what if this is not true? What if the nothing is actually a something? Let us imagine, just for a moment, something simple, something warm and soft and easy to hold in our minds. Imagine a vast dark loaf of bread, uncooked, like a soft, yielding dough. And scattered all through this dough are countless tiny raisins. Now, imagine this dough begins to rise very slowly, very gently. From deep within itself, it begins to swell. It does not explode, it simply unfolds. The dough itself, the part between the raisins, begins to expand. Look closely at the raisins. They are not moving through the dough. They are not swimming from one side of the loaf to the other. They are held in place. They are perfectly still, embedded within the dough. But as the dough itself expands, every single raisin is gently and silently carried away from every other raisin. The raisins near the edge seem to move away faster. The raisins in the middle see all their neighbors drifting away in all directions, yet none of them are moving. They are all, from their own perspective, perfectly still. This is the great and silent secret of the universe. The galaxies, those beautiful swirling islands of light, are the raisins, and the vast, dark, quiet ocean of space is the dough. Space is not an empty box. It is a something that can stretch, a something that can grow, a something that has a texture, a reality. The stars and galaxies are not floating in this fabric. They are part of its very being. When the universe expands, it is not the galaxies flying apart in a great chaotic rush. It is the nothing between them, the emptiness that is gently and calmly swelling. This changes the entire feeling of the cosmos. It is not a collection of separate, lonely objects lost in a void. It is a single, connected, unified thing, a single, stretching fabric. And this leads our mind, naturally, to the next quiet, wonderful question. If space is a thing, if it is a fabric that is stretching, what is it stretching into? Our minds want to know. It is the most natural, human thing. We are creatures of boundaries. We live our lives in a world of edges. We are in a quiet room, and we know there is a hallway outside that room. We stand on the shore of an ocean, and we know there is a vast open water beyond that shore. We feel the ground beneath our feet, and we feel the air above our heads. Our entire reality, our entire sense of safety and logic is built upon this simple, reliable pattern of inside and outside. And so when we learn this profound truth that the very fabric of the universe, the stillness of space itself, is stretching, our minds immediately ask the question that brought us here. If the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into? We try to picture it. We imagine the universe is a balloon, a great dark balloon, slowly inflating in a room. And in our minds, there must be a room, a larger, darker, emptier space that holds the balloon, a space that the balloon is slowly filling. Our minds need this outside place to exist. It is the only way the story makes sense. But what if that is just a story? What if that is just our human mind trying to apply the rules of our small, contained world to something that has no equal?
What if there is no room? What if the balloon is everything? What if the fabric of space is the room? What if the universe and the outside are the same thing? This is a thought that feels strange. It feels like a paradox, like a riddle with no answer. It makes the mind feel untethered. We are so used to walls. We are so used to edges. We are so used to an outside. The idea of a fabric that is expanding but not expanding into anything feels impossible. But let us rest with this idea. Let it be a gentle, philosophical puzzle, not a frightening one. What if the universe is all there is? What if the idea of an outside is simply a story we have told ourselves, a story we learn from living inside houses and under a blue ceiling we call the sky? Let us let go of that story just for a moment and see what happens. Let this thought settle. Let it be like a single drop of rain landing on the surface of a perfectly still, quiet pond. The idea of no outside. At first, this might feel strange, even a little disorienting, a little like being lost in a soft, thick fog with no walls, no landmarks, no clear direction. A journey with no out there to be heading toward. Our minds, so beautifully logical,
so used to edges and boundaries, might feel a little untethered by this. We are creatures who understand our world by its containers: a cup for water, a house for a family, a sky for the world. But let us turn this thought over very gently. Let us hold it up to a new kind of light. Let us look at it from another side. If there is no outside, then you can never be outside. If there is no outside, then you are never truly lost. If there is no outside, then everything is inside. Everything is included. Everything is connected. Everything is part of one single, unbroken, and unbreakable whole. This is the great, comforting secret. The universe is not expanding into a place. The universe is the place. It is not inflating to fill some vast pre-existing void. It is simply becoming. It is becoming more of itself. The fabric is stretching. The quiet is deepening. The nothing between the islands of light is simply becoming more nothing. And what does this mean for you, resting here in your quiet, safe room? It means you are not a separate, tiny speck, a lonely traveler, lost in a vast, uncaring, and infinite void. You are not an audience member watching the cosmos from a distant, separate seat. You are the cosmos. You are a part of this fabric, the very atoms that make up your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the stillness in your mind, are all part of this one single, unfolding thing. You are not in the universe. You are the universe, experiencing itself as you. You are not a leaf floating on the river. You are the river. There is no edge. There is no beyond. There is only this. This vast, peaceful, endless is. A home with no walls. A journey that is happening everywhere, all at once. And you are a necessary, wonderful part of that endless, edgeless whole. This changes our entire idea of what a boundary is. We have found a home that has no walls, a home that is everything. This fabric of reality, this single connected whole, is stretching. We can feel its gentle, steady motion. We have seen the tired light from distant islands, the light that proves this great unfolding is real. But this leads our minds to the next quiet mystery. Why is it unfolding? We would expect this great shared journey to slow down, perhaps even stop, as all the islands pull on each other. And yet, we have learned something new, something surprising, something that hints at a hidden, unseen, and silent push. For a long time, we thought we understood the rhythm of this journey. It seemed logical, a simple matter of balance. We saw the great unfolding, this stretching of the fabric of space, and we also saw all the islands of light, all the billions of galaxies. We knew that they were pulling on each other, a faint gravitational tug reaching across the vast, calm ocean, a constant, gentle hand reaching between all the islands, saying, "Slow down. Come back."
The great, wide, cosmic river, flowing silently through the dark. And as it flows, it is not only moving, it is also getting wider. The current itself, the water of the river, is slowly but steadily quickening. The banks are moving further apart, and the water between them is moving faster. This is what we are seeing. The fabric of space is not just unfolding, it is unfolding faster and faster. There must be something new, something we had not accounted for, something in the fabric itself. A silent, constant push, a gentle, unseen encouragement that is woven into the very nature of the stillness. It is not a force coming from somewhere. It is the quiet, hidden power of the emptiness itself. This silent push is stronger than the gentle gravitational pull of all the islands of light. It is a quiet, steady, and patient pressure that is encouraging the universe to keep expanding, to keep becoming more. A force that does not shout, but whispers, "Grow." And this gentle, invisible push, this mystery, has a name. This gentle, steady, and surprising push is the central mystery of our modern cosmos. It is a force that is woven into the very fabric of reality, a quiet, unseen energy that seems to be a property of space itself. It is a mystery, and because it is a mystery, because it is unseen, and because it is everywhere, scientists have given it a name. They call it dark energy. Dark. That is a word that, to our human ears, can sound heavy. It can sound a little unsettling. We think of darkness as an absence, a lack of light, a place of fear or of being lost. But in this quiet cosmic ocean, dark means something different, something far more peaceful. It does not mean frightening. It does not mean empty. It simply means hidden. It means unseen. This is an energy that we cannot see with our eyes. We cannot feel it on our skin. It does not glow like a distant star, and it does not block the light like a cloud of dust. It is invisible. It is a quiet, hidden force that is woven into the very stillness, into the nothing between the stars. It is not a thing in the way a galaxy is a thing. It is not an object sitting in a specific place. It seems to be the energy of the place. It is a property of the great, calm ocean of space itself. This dark energy is the silent, steady pressure that is pushing the universe to unfold. It is the gentle, constant breath deep inside the rising dough that encourages it to keep swelling. It is the quiet, persistent current in the great cosmic river that is making it flow faster and grow wider. This is a profound and wondrous thought. The nothing is not nothing. The emptiness has a power. The stillness itself has an energy. And this energy, this dark energy, is not a small, trivial thing. It is the dominant force in the universe. It is stronger than the pull of all the stars, all the galaxies, all the light. It is the quiet, invisible engine that is shaping the future of everything. And it is all around you, right now, in the quiet of your room,
The stillness in the air, the emptiness that fills the space, is not passive. It is full of this hidden, peaceful, and expansive potential. This leads us to a new and even deeper question. What does it truly mean for emptiness to have energy? We have given this gentle, steady push a name: dark energy. A name that means it is hidden, not frightening. But this leads us to a new and even deeper understanding. What does it truly mean for emptiness to have energy? We are creatures of things. We understand the world by the objects we can see and touch and hold. A rock, a tree, a body of water. To our senses, emptiness is simply the absence of these things. It is the nothing that is left when everything else is taken away. It is the void.
But what if our human senses are only telling us a small part of the story? What if the emptiness itself is a thing, a substance? What if the vacuum of space, the stillness between the stars, is not a passive, empty stage? What if it is alive with a quiet, pulsing, and fundamental energy? An energy that is simply its natural state? Imagine a stillness so profound it is not just the absence of sound, but the potential for all sound. A silence that is not dead, but is charged, brimming with a quiet, unseen power. This is the gentle, wondrous truth of our cosmos. The nothing is not empty at all. It is the nothing that holds everything. It is the energy of the vacuum itself, a deep, foundational, and constant power that is woven into the very fabric of space. This is not a force that travels through space like light or gravity. It is the energy of space. And this energy of emptiness, is the source of the gentle, constant push. It is the very reason the universe is not just unfolding, but unfolding faster and faster. The stillness itself is what gently nudges the universe to grow. The quiet is the power. This thought, this feeling, changes our universe entirely. It means the cosmos is not a dark, cold, empty box with a few lonely islands of light. It means the entire ocean is alive. The emptiness is not empty. It is, in fact, the fullest thing in existence. It is the source, the deep, steady hum beneath all of reality. This profound realization, this feeling that the nothing is a something, doesn't just explain the gentle, accelerating push. It also helps us to understand the very shape of our cosmic home. So, our universe is a single, unfolding fabric, a home with no outside. This calms one part of our mind, but it opens a new, gentle question. If this home is all there is, what is its shape? We think of shapes as having edges, a ball, a box, a beginning and an end. But how can something that is everything have a shape at all? This is where the quiet, wondrous nature of our cosmos reveals itself again. The evidence we have, the way light travels, the way the islands of light are scattered, all point to a very simple, very profound idea. The universe is flat. Now, this doesn't mean it's thin like a piece of paper. It is a word we use to describe its geometry, its rules. A flat universe is a universe where the rules are simple, where lines that are parallel stay parallel forever. Imagine an endless sheet of paper stretching out in every direction infinitely. This is the fabric of our universe. You could pick a direction, any direction, and just go. You would sail past our own island of light, past our neighbors, past billions of other distant islands forever. You would never, ever hit a wall. You would never reach an edge. You would never fall off. You would just continue. This is what flat means in the language of the cosmos. It means it is, most likely, infinite, an endless ocean with endless islands of light, a journey that has no final destination because the journey itself is all there is. This thought, this feeling of infinite, can feel overwhelming. It is a word our minds cannot truly hold. But here, in this quiet, it is not overwhelming. It is peaceful. It is a promise of limitless possibility. Because if the universe is already infinite, it perfectly solves our question. What does an infinite thing expand into? It doesn't need to expand into anything. An infinite ocean can simply become a larger infinite ocean. The forever just becomes more forever. The endless becomes more endless. The expansion is not the universe filling a new space. It is the process of its own inner infinite quiet simply becoming more. This endless flat page, this infinite ocean, is the home we live in. We can only see a small part of it, a small observable circle of light in a much larger, unseen expanse. The only edge we can truly perceive is not an edge of space at all. It is a different kind of boundary. It is an edge made of time. We have come to a beautiful and peaceful conclusion. Our home, this universe, is like an endless flat page, a vast, infinite ocean that is gently stretching, becoming more infinite. And yet there is a question that lingers like a soft echo in this quiet room. If the universe is truly endless, why can we not see forever? When we look out with our most powerful instruments, our vision does stop. We see a boundary, a faint, distant reddish glow, a place beyond which we can see no more. This feels like a contradiction. How can something be endless and yet have an edge? The answer is one of the most poetic and profound truths in all the cosmos. The answer is found in the light itself. Light, as we have felt, is a traveler. It is the fastest thing in existence, but it is not instant. It must journey across that great, calm ocean of space to reach us. A journey that takes time. Millions of years for our nearby islands of light, and billions of years for the most distant ones. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1 second ago. When you look at the sun, you are seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago.
And when you look out into the deepest, darkest part of the cosmos, you are not just looking out in space. You are looking back in time.
You are seeing the light from islands so far away that their light has been traveling for 13 billion years to finally arrive here, in this room, in this moment, to reach your resting eyes. You are seeing the universe as it was when it was just a child, when it was young and just beginning its long, slow unfolding. So, what is this edge that we see, this faint, distant wall? It is not a wall of stone. It is not the end of the fabric of space. It is simply a curtain of time. It is the horizon of time. We are seeing the light from the very dawn of the cosmos. The edge we see is simply the point in the distant, ancient past where the first light began its journey. It is a horizon, just like the horizon on Earth, the line where the sea seems to end. But you know, in your heart, the ocean continues just beyond your sight. This edge is not the end of the universe. It is just the limit of the light. It is the farthest back in time we are allowed to see. It is a horizon, just like the horizon on Earth, the line where the sea seems to end. But you know, in your heart, the ocean continues just beyond your sight. This edge is not the end of the universe. It is just the limit of the light. It is the farthest back in time we are allowed to see. It is a horizon, just like the horizon on Earth, the line where the sea seems to end. But you know, in your heart, the ocean continues just beyond your sight. This edge is not the end of the universe. It is just the limit of the light. It is the farthest back in time we are allowed to see. And beyond that horizon, beyond that ancient dawn-lit curtain of time, the universe continues. The endless, flat page just keeps going. So we rest here at this gentle, perceived edge, a horizon made not of space, but of time. We are looking at the birth of the cosmos, the very first light just beginning its long, long journey toward us. Our sight stops there, at that ancient glowing wall of dawn. It is the end of what we can see. But is it the end of what is? And so our minds, in their quiet, wondrous way, begin to wonder. What lies beyond that curtain? What is happening just past that first ancient light? If we could float past that horizon, what would we find? The answer, whispered by the logic of the cosmos, is as simple as it is profound. It is not an outside. It is not a different empty room. It is not a wall. It is simply more. More universe. More of the same endless flat page. More of the same dark, soft fabric, stretching and unfolding in the same gentle way. Beyond that curtain of time, there are just more islands, more galaxies, more swirling cities of light, whose own light has not yet had time to reach us. It is a journey that does not end, a story that has no final page. The universe is a book whose pages are still being written, or perhaps a book that has no end at all. An endless, gentle, unfolding story. The peace we feel is not the peace of a small, contained room. It is the peace of the infinite. Imagine them out there in that unseen darkness. Billions, perhaps trillions, of other islands, each one held in its own pocket of quiet, each one with its own billions of stars, each one perhaps with its own worlds, its own possibilities, each one just as real as our own. But their light is still on its way, still traveling on that long, slow, peaceful journey across the unfolding ocean of space. Think of it, a message of light sent from a place we cannot see, from a time we cannot imagine. A message that is traveling toward us right now. A whisper that will not arrive for 1 billion more years. This is the feeling of true cosmic wonder. The universe doesn't end. It just continues. It is a peace that has no boundary, an all that has no outside. And as we float in this understanding, this feeling of an endless, gentle is, our own minds begin to soften. We begin to let go of our own small human need for edges. We let go of the need for a wall, for a container, for an end. We begin to feel the comfort of infinity. The question, what is it expanding into, is a human question. It comes from our beautiful, logical minds that are built to understand a human world. Our world is a world of edges, a world of boundaries. We are in a quiet room, and we know there is a hallway outside that room. We stand on the shore of an ocean, and we see the definitive, clear line where the water meets the land. Our entire experience, our entire sense of safety and logic is built upon this simple, reliable pattern, the pattern of inside and outside. So when we hear that the universe, the everything, is expanding, our mind must ask the question, where is the outside it is expanding into? But here, in this peaceful, sleepy state, in this vast, quiet, cosmic ocean, we can learn a new way. We can allow our minds to become as open, as boundless as the universe itself. The question, into what, is a question from the waking, busy mind, the mind that needs to sort and label and define. The mind that is falling asleep has a different wisdom. It is a mind that is learning to dissolve. Let the very idea of an edge just dissolve. Imagine it is a single, small particle of salt dropped into a large, still glass of warm water. You watch it as it begins to cloud, to soften, to slowly fade. The sharp, defined edges of the crystal just melt away. It does not fight. It does not struggle. It simply becomes part of the water. Let the idea of inside and outside do the same. Let them blur. Let them fade. Now bring this gentle, dissolving feeling into your body. Feel the boundaries of your physical self, the feeling of the air on your skin, the place where you end and the room begins. Feel the edges of your hands and your feet. These are your boundaries. Now, in your mind, imagine these edges just softening. Imagine the line between you and the room is becoming less solid, less defined. Imagine the quiet of the room gently seeping in, and the stillness of your body gently seeping out. You are not separate from the quiet. You are the quiet. This feeling, this gentle, soft, and boundless state is the answer. The universe does not need an outside, and in this moment, neither do you. You are simply unfolding. You are becoming part of the all, the everything. This is the peace that comes when we stop drawing lines and we just become the page itself. We realize in this deep, sleepy calm that the universe is not a collection of things. It is one single wondrous thing pretending to be many. There is only one thing, the universe. That thought be the only thought, not a difficult, complex idea, but a simple, grounding, and peaceful one. Just one. One single thing. One unbroken reality. We think of the world in pieces. We see a star and a planet, a grain of sand and a single human breath. We see a universe of many, a collection of countless, separate and lonely parts. But the quiet of the cosmos, the deep wisdom of this sleepy state, shows us the truth, a truth that feels like coming home. The universe is not a collection, it is a connection. It is not many things, it is one thing, pretending to be many. It is the all, the total, the everything. It is the balloon, and it is the room, and it is the unseen air that fills the room, all at once. It is the great calm ocean, and it is all the billions of islands, and it is the tired light that travels between them. It is the great dark stretching fabric, and it is every luminous thread, all woven together. One single thing. This is why it does not need an outside to expand into. It is not separate from anything, because there is nothing else. There is no other for it to be separate from. There is no place for it to be, because it is the place. It is all that is. All of it is one single unfolding whole, a whole that has no edges, no boundaries, and no outside, a home that is total and complete. This is the deepest comfort, the final and most profound peace. It means that you, resting here in this quiet, are not a separate piece. You are not a spectator watching the all from a distance. You are a part of it. You are the all, experiencing itself in this one quiet, precious moment as you. The universe is not expanding into anything. The universe is everything, and it is simply becoming more. More space, more time, more quiet, more of itself. There is no other. There is only one. And you are that. You are the stillness, and you are the motion. You are the fabric, and you are the star. You are the breath, and you are the cosmos. One thing, one beautiful, peaceful, unfolding whole. Let this feeling of oneness be your final anchor, a peace that has no beginning and no end, a peace that is simply everything. We can hold that feeling of one, that peace of a single whole universe. But our human minds, so clever and visual, still try to picture it. So let us use a gentle, simple image. Imagine, if you will, a tiny creature, a creature that lives in a flat world. It can only move forward and backward and left and right. It has no idea, no concept at all of up or down. Now imagine this creature lives on the surface of a vast, smooth sphere, like a perfect, polished globe. To this creature, its world feels flat. It cannot see the curve. It just sees its endless, flat-feeling home, stretching out in every direction. One day, this creature decides to walk. It wants to find the edge of its world. It picks a direction, and it begins to move. It walks in what it believes is a perfectly straight line, never turning for what feels like a lifetime. It walks and walks, expecting always to find a wall, a cliff, a final sudden shore. The place where its world stops and the great outside begins. It is searching always for the boundary, but it never finds one. It just keeps going. The surface just continues, perfectly smooth and perfectly endless. And then, after a very long and patient journey, the creature sees something familiar in the distance. It is its own starting point. It has walked in a perfectly straight line and arrived right back where it began. It has circled its entire world without ever knowing it was moving on a curve. To this tiny, wondrous creature, its home is both finite, it has a size, and infinite, it has no end, no edges, no walls, no outside. Now let us gently lift our gaze from this small wandering creature and turn it back to our own vast cosmic home. The universe we live in is like that, but in a way our minds can't easily picture, in a higher dimension. We are like that creature. We are living on the surface of a cosmos that might be curved in a way we cannot see. We are living in a home that is finite and yet has no boundaries. This is a home with no walls, a journey with no end. You can travel in any direction in your mind forever. You will never, ever find a wall. You will never fall off an edge. You will just keep going on an endless, peaceful, circular journey, always held, always safe, within the fabric of the all. It is a journey that never ends, a peace that feels complete. And this home, this strange, beautiful, unfolding, edgeless peace, seems to be balanced in the most delicate and perfect way.
We are floating in this vast, edgeless home, a home that is all there is, a home that is a single, unfolding, connected whole. And as we rest in this feeling, a new and even quieter wonder begins to settle. It is not just that the universe is unfolding, it is how it is unfolding. The how is the most delicate and beautiful mystery of all. The journey we are on, this great, cosmic expansion is balanced. It is balanced on a point so fine, so perfect, it is almost impossible to imagine. That gentle, hidden push, that dark energy we just felt, what if it had been just a little bit stronger? A tiny, tiny bit more eager? The fabric of space would have stretched too quickly. The little islands of matter, the first sleepy clouds of stardust, would have been pulled apart before they could ever hold hands, before they could ever gather to form the first stars. The universe would be a vast, thin, cold, and lonely mist. A quiet but empty home. No islands of light, no warm suns, no blue swirling worlds, no quiet rooms to rest in. And what if the opposite were true? What if that gentle push had been just a little bit weaker? What if the pull between the islands, the gentle, ancient hand of gravity, had been the stronger force? The great unfolding would have tired. It would have slowed and stopped. And then it would have reversed. The endless page would have begun to fold back in on itself. A slow cosmic collapse, pulling all the islands of light, all the stardust, back into one single fiery point. A journey that ended almost before it could begin. But that is not what happened. We know it because you are here, resting, breathing in this quiet room. The proof is in your own gentle breath. The proof is in the stillness. Our universe, this home, did not tear itself apart, and it did not collapse. It unfolded perfectly. It is not too fast, and it is not too slow. It is just right. The expansion is unfolding at a perfect, gentle pace, a rhythm that is patient, a rhythm that allows time for stars to form, for planets to cool, for the slow, wonderful chemistry of life to awaken. The universe is expanding at the speed of life. It is not just an unfolding, it is a nurturing. It is not just an empty stretching fabric, it is a home that breathes. We are floating in this home, this universe that is balanced so perfectly. A home that is not too fast and not too slow. A home that is unfolding at the just right speed, the speed that allows for life. And in this thought, we find a new and profound comfort. We are so often told that the universe is a cold, dark, and empty place, a vast, unfeeling machine, made of silent, grinding gears and indifferent physical laws. We are told we are a tiny accident, a small, fleeting speck of warmth in an endless, uncaring, and dead expanse. But does it feel that way? This perfect balance, this gentle, just right unfolding, does it feel like a cold, dead machine? A machine is rigid. A machine is heartless. This feels different. This feels intentional. It feels like a nurturing. It feels alive. Perhaps we are not living in a machine at all. Perhaps we are living in a home that is not static and cold and dead, but a home that is alive with a subtle, powerful, and gentle motion. A home that is, in its own vast cosmic way, aware of us. A home that is, very slowly and very quietly, making more space for itself. A home that breathes. Let this thought settle into your mind. What if this great cosmic expansion, this silent, steady unfolding of the fabric of space, is not a mechanical process? What if it is the universe taking a single, long, slow breath? Think back to your own breath, that simple, quiet rhythm, the gentle expansion of the in-breath and the calm, total release of the out-breath. Now feel the universe doing the same thing on a scale that lasts for billions of years. The cosmos is taking a long, slow breath in. The fabric unfolds. The nothingness between the stars gently stretches. The quiet deepens. It is making room. It is creating the space for all the islands of light, for our blue swirling world, for this quiet room, for you. We are not just living in a home that breathes. We are breathing with it. Our own small human breath, that gentle, rhythmic expansion and release, is a perfect, tiny, and living echo of the great cosmic breath. They are not separate, they are one and the am rhythm. When you feel this, when you truly feel this, you can feel how safe you are. You are being held in a home that is alive, a home that is breathing softly in the dark. You are a part of its breath. You are a part of its life. And this perfect shared motion, this feeling of being in sync with the all, is the reason that this vast, unbelievable cosmic journey feels like perfect, absolute stillness. We began this journey with a gentle paradox, that you, resting here in your quiet room, feel perfectly, completely still. And yet you are a passenger, a traveler on a cosmic ship, moving through the dark at speeds that are almost beyond imagination. We are spinning on our world. We are orbiting our star, and our entire island of light, our whole galaxy, is being carried on the great unfolding current of the cosmos. And yet, there is no sense of speed. There is no rush of wind, no vibration. There is only the quiet of this room, the stillness of your own gentle breath. Why? How can a journey of such impossible velocity feel like such perfect, absolute peace? This is not a contradiction. It is perhaps the deepest comfort the cosmos can offer. The answer is simple, and it is profound. We feel no motion because we are not separate from the motion. You are not moving through the universe. The universe is moving with you. Every part of it, the very fabric of space that holds you, the ground beneath your home, the air in your room, it is all part of the same single unfolding journey. Imagine you are a single drop of water in the middle of a vast, wide, and perfectly smooth river. A river that is miles wide, flowing at a steady, constant pace. You are flowing, but so is the drop of water next to you, and the one next to that. The entire river, all at once, is moving. From within the river, How would you even know you were moving? You are in perfect sync with everything around you. You are part of the flow. This is our state. The expansion of the universe is not a violent wind that we are fighting against. It is the river we are in. The motion is so total, so vast, so all-encompassing, so perfectly shared by everything, that it becomes the new definition of stillness. It is a stillness in motion, a dynamic, living, breathing peace. This is the comfort of the cosmos. The reason you feel no rush is because you are not separate from the journey. You are a part of it. You are being held perfectly and securely within this great cosmic breath. You are not struggling against the current. You are being the current. So let yourself rest in this profound and active peace. Feel the stillness of your room and know that this stillness is also the true feeling of a journey across the stars. You are at peace inside the motion. And this motion, this gentle, accelerating, perfect unfolding, is carrying us all toward a very distant, very quiet future. We are resting in this perfect, active stillness, a part of the river, a part of the great cosmic breath. We have felt in our very stillness how this vast, cosmic journey can feel like absolute peace. But a journey must lead somewhere. This great unfolding, this gentle, accelerating breath that is the universe, what is its future? What is the final, quiet destination for this home that is everything? It seems that the gentle, hidden push is stronger than the pull. The dark energy, that quiet power woven into the fabric of space itself, is more patient and more persistent than the gravity of all the islands of light. The unfolding will not reverse. The cosmic breath will not turn back. It will just continue. The fabric will continue to stretch, faster and faster, becoming more of itself forever. And as this happens, over ages so vast our human minds cannot hold them, a quiet, inevitable change will come to the cosmos. The islands of light, the beautiful swirling galaxies, will continue to be carried away from each other on this accelerating current. That tired light from our neighbors will stretch and stretch until it becomes a whisper, a faint red hum, and then it will fade entirely. The sky, once filled with the soft, glowing smudges of 1,000,000,000 other homes, will become quiet. The outside universe will dim. And what about the inside? The stars within our own island, our own home, they too have a lifespan. They are burning their fuel in a long, patient, steady glow. But even the longest-lived stars cannot burn forever. One by one, over trillions upon trillions of years, they will use up their last reserves, their last sleepy breath of fire, and then they will begin to cool. Their bright, hot, white and blue light will fade to a soft, warm yellow, then a gentle orange, then a deep, sleepy red, and then a gentle, invisible darkness. This is not a sudden, frightening end. It is not a rip or a crash. It is a long, slow fade. It is the universe, after a life of almost unimaginable length, simply getting ready to rest. The sky will be dark. The cosmos will be quiet. The last embers will fade. leaving only the profound, deep stillness of the fabric of space and the quiet, slow drift of things that once were stars. This is the future, a future not of chaos, but of profound and total peace, a time of perfect stillness. This future, this long, slow fade, is not an end. It is not a failure. It is not a tragedy. We must, for a moment, let go of our human stories, our stories of sudden, dramatic, and hurried endings. The universe does not operate on our short, anxious timelines. It has its own vast, patient, and deeply quiet rhythm. This future is a completion. It is the universe in its own deep and unhurried time, after an impossibly long and wondrous life, finally coming to a perfect rest. Imagine the stillness of your quiet room and let it deepen. Imagine the silence of the great, calm ocean of space and let it become total. This is a quiet that is absolute. When the last sleepy red star has finally closed its eyes, when the last faint, wandering echo of light has finished its long journey, what is left? Not a void, not a cold, empty, and lonely box. What is left is the ultimate peace, the ultimate quiet, a stillness that is final and calm and total. This is the universe after a life that has lasted for trillions upon trillions of years, finally taking its last gentle and complete exhale. Think of that feeling, the feeling at the very end of a long, long day, when all the tasks are done. The feeling of finally letting go. The feeling of your muscles releasing, your mind softening, your worries dissolving, as you finally sink into a deep, profound, and total rest. This is what the universe itself will feel. The cosmos will be dark, but it will not be a frightening dark. It will be the soft, comforting, and familiar darkness of a room where it is at long last time to sleep. It will be cold, but it will not be a harsh, biting cold. It will be the simple, neutral stillness of all things having finally found their perfect, final, and unwavering balance. No more motion, no more change, no more unfolding, just peace. The energy of the cosmos will not be gone. It will just be perfectly and evenly at rest. A vast, calm, and level ocean with no more waves. A perfect, smooth, and silent surface stretching out to infinity. This is not a future to be feared. It is a promise that all things, even the stars, even the universe itself, will one day find their rest. It is the ultimate resolution, the final, beautiful, and perfect stillness. This future, this long, slow fade, this time of perfect, final stillness. We hear these words, the end of the universe, and our human hearts can feel a small, distant shiver, a tiny echo of fear. It sounds like a story of loss, a story of darkness. But let that feeling just dissolve. This end is so far away. It is not a fear, but a comfort. It is a story whose final page will not be turned for trillions upon trillions of years, a number so vast it is no longer a number. It is an eternity, a timescale that has no human meaning. It is so impossibly, unimaginably distant that it cannot touch us. It cannot harm us. It is not our story. It is instead a gentle, philosophical truth, a truth that offers a profound and surprising peace. This story of deep cosmic time is a gift. It is a great, calm ocean in which we can place all the small, hurried worries of our one single human day. Think of a thought, a worry that is held in your mind right now. Something from today, something about tomorrow. Feel its sharp edges, its weight. Now, in your mind, gently place that worry on the long, slow, dark river of cosmic time. Watch it as it floats away, a tiny, tiny speck in an ocean of trillions of years. See how it becomes insignificant. See how it dissolves, how it fades, how it is gently and completely washed away. This is the comfort of deep time. This end is not a story of fear. It is a story of peace. It is a profound and quiet reminder that all things, even the most brilliant, fiery, and powerful stars, even the vast, swirling, and immortal-seemed galaxies, will one day find their rest. It is the ultimate resolution, the final, beautiful, and perfect stillness. This future, this long, slow fade, this time of perfect final stillness. We hear these words, the end of the universe, and our human hearts can feel a small, distant shiver, a tiny echo of fear. It sounds like a story of loss, a story of darkness. But let that feeling just dissolve. This end is so far away. It is not a fear, but a comfort. It is a story whose final page will not be turned for trillions upon trillions of years. A number so vast, it is no longer a number. It is an eternity. A timescale that has no human meaning. It is so impossibly, unimaginably distant that it cannot touch us. It cannot harm us. It is not our story. It is instead a gentle, philosophical truth, a truth that offers a profound and surprising peace. This story of deep cosmic time is a gift. It is a great, calm ocean in which we can place all the small, hurried worries of our one single human day. Think of a thought, a worry that is held in your mind right now. Something from today, something about tomorrow. Feel its sharp edges, its weight. Now, in your mind, gently place that worry on the long, slow, dark river of cosmic time. Watch it as it floats away, a tiny, tiny speck in an ocean of trillions of years. See how it becomes insignificant. See how it dissolves, how it fades, how it is gently and completely washed away. This is the comfort of deep time. This end is not a story of fear. It is a story of peace. It is a profound and quiet reminder that all things, even the most brilliant, fiery, and powerful stars, even the vast, swirling, and immortal-seemed galaxies, will one day find their rest. It is the ultimate resolution, the final, beautiful, and perfect stillness. This future, this long, slow fade, this time of perfect final stillness. We hear these words, the end of the universe, and our human hearts can feel a small, distant shiver, a tiny echo of fear. It sounds like a story of loss, a story of darkness. But let that feeling just dissolve. This end is so far away. It is not a fear, but a comfort. It is a story whose final page will not be turned for trillions upon trillions of years. A number so vast, it is no longer a number. It is an eternity. A timescale that has no human meaning. It is so impossibly, unimaginably distant that it cannot touch us. It cannot harm us. It is instead a gentle philosophical truth, a truth that offers a profound and surprising peace. This story of deep cosmic time is a gift. It is a great calm ocean in which the voice, the 10 hard-edged worries of our one single human day. Think of a thought, a worry that is held in your mind right now. Something from today, something about tomorrow. Feel its sharp edges, its weight. Now, in your mind, gently place that worry on the long, slow, dark river of cosmic time. Watch it as it floats away, a tiny, tiny speck in an ocean of trillions of years. See how it becomes insignificant. See how it dissolves, how it fades, how it is gently and completely washed away. This is the comfort of deep time. This end is not a story of fear. It is a story of peace. It is a profound and quiet reminder that all things, even the most brilliant, fiery, and powerful stars, even the vast, swirling, and immortal-seemed galaxies, will one day find their rest. It is a story that whispers, everything is okay. Everything will be at peace. The universe, in its own unhurried, graceful time, is simply getting ready to sleep. It is the ultimate story of letting go, the final cosmic exhale. And you, resting here in this quiet, warm, and living moment, you can do the same. You do not have to wait for the end of time. You do not have to wait for the last star to fade. You can find your own stillness. You can find your own rest right now. The universe has given you permission. The stars, in their long, slow, and patient journey towards stillness, are showing you the way. As this great outer story finds its final quiet peace, let us turn for just a moment to the other universe, the one that is happening right now within you. We have journeyed so far, out to the very edge of what can be seen, and even beyond, into the vast, deep quiet of time itself. We have felt the universe as a single, unfolding, breathing home, a home that is slowly and peacefully exhaling, fading into a perfect final stillness. Now, let us make one final gentle turn, a journey not outward, but inward. There is a universe outside of you, a vast, edgeless, and wondrous home, filled with a quiet, dark energy and islands of light. But there is another universe, just as vast, just as real, and just as full of wonder within you. It is the universe of your mind, your consciousness, your feelings, the world of your own inner stillness. And as you lie here in this perfect, quiet, balanced moment, these two universes, the inner and the outer, are mirroring each other. They are, in this moment, doing exactly the same thing. The universe outside is expanding. The fabric is stretching. The islands of light are drifting further and further apart, making more and more quiet. Now, feel the universe within you begin to do the same. Feel the boundaries of your day, the sharp, clear edges of what happened, the lists, the conversations, the small, tight knots of worry or planning. Feel them, not as you, but just as things, like small, bright, hot stars shining in the darkness of your mind. Now, let them expand. Feel the boundaries of those thoughts begin to soften. Feel the edges of a worry begin to dissolve, just like that particle of salt in warm water. As they expand, they become fainter, softer. The heat of an anxious thought begins to cool. The light of a vivid memory begins to dim, fading like that tired red light from a distant, ancient star. The universe is expanding, and so is your mind. Your mind is becoming more quiet, more space. That thought that was so bright and loud is now just a soft, distant hum, a faint, reddish echo in the vast, quiet space of your mind. It is no longer your worry. It is just a worry, fading far away. The boundaries of your day are dissolving. The you that is aware and the thoughts you are aware of are gently drifting apart. The cosmos is unfolding into a state of perfect, cool quiet, and your mind, your own beautiful universe, is unfolding right alongside it, becoming just as vast, just as calm, and just as peaceful. And in this shared, peaceful unfolding, we can finally let go of the question. And so, we come to the end of our long, wondrous journey. We began in a quiet room with a simple human question, a question that brought us here tonight. What is our universe expanding into? It is a question that comes from our deep human need to understand, our need for boundaries, for edges, for a map that has a final destination. And so, we traveled. The voice drifted up, past the comfortable blue ceiling of our sky, and found it was not a ceiling at all, but just the beginning. We floated in the great, calm, dark ocean of space, a quiet that we learned was not empty, but full. We saw the billions of other islands of light, and we listened to the whisper of their tired red light. That tired light told us the secret, that the fabric of space itself is unfolding. We learned that space is a something that can stretch. We learned that this unfolding is speeding up, pushed by a gentle, dark energy, the hidden power of the stillness itself. We learned that our home is like an endless flat page, a journey with no outside, a peace that is infinite. And still, after all this, that small human question might remain, a faint, distant echo in the quiet of the mind. But what is it into? And now, here in this deep, soft, and sleepy place, we can finally, gently, let that question go. We can see now that the question was never a riddle that needed a final clever answer. The question was a lullaby. The question was the journey. It was a vast, beautiful, and wandering story that we used to quiet the busy waking mind. It was a cosmic puzzle, so vast and so profound that it made all the small, sharp, and hurried worries of our day seem to fade. It was a tool for wonder, an anchor for awe. The goal was never to answer the question. The goal was to use the question, to use it to help our minds become as vast, as boundless, and as quiet as the space between the stars. And so, we do not need to know what the universe is expanding into. We do not need an answer. The question has served its beautiful final purpose. It was a gentle, winding path that led us here, to this moment, to this stillness. The answer is not a word. The answer is not a theory. The answer is the feeling of peace you have right now. This feeling of release, this softness, this quiet, this feeling of your mind finally and completely at rest. That is the answer. The question was the key that opened the door to this peace. And now we can set the key down. It is time for the final gentle unfolding into sleep. As the universe continues its long, slow, silent unfolding, a gentle cosmic breath that has lasted for an eternity and will last for an eternity more. It is the deep, steady, and quiet rhythm of all that is. A rhythm that is not in a hurry, a rhythm that is not anxious. It is simply and peacefully becoming more of itself. More space, more quiet, more rest. You are a part of this. You are held within this great, slow, cosmic breath. And in this final, quiet moment, you do not have to simply watch it. You can join it. You can let this final, gentle unfolding be your own. Let us come back one last time to where we began. Back to this quiet room. Back to this safe, still moment. Back to your own breath. That simple, gentle, rhythmic motion. The very first expansion. The first quiet unfolding that we felt together so long ago. As the universe on its vast, cosmic scale continues its slow, steady inhale, feel your own gentle breath, a soft, easy expansion, a lightness in your chest. And as the universe, in its own deep time, exhales, feel your own slow and total release, a letting go, a softening, a sinking down. You are unfolding, not into more space, but into more peace.
You are unfolding into the quiet. Feel the very last sharp edges of your day, the last clinging thoughts, just unfolding, becoming soft and smooth and distant, fading like the tired light of a star long ago. You are unfolding into the darkness, the soft, comforting, and familiar darkness of your room, the darkness that holds you and keeps you safe, the darkness that means it is time to rest. Feel yourself unfolding into the stillness, becoming less of a you and more of the peace, less of a body and more of the rest. You are becoming the quiet. You are becoming the stillness. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to see, nothing left to wonder. The question was a journey, and the journey is now at its end. The question was a lullaby, and the song is over. The journey has brought you home, home to this moment, home to this peace. Let yourself unfold. Let yourself dissolve. Let yourself go into the deep and the soft and the quiet, into the final gentle and peaceful sleep. Good night.